Thank you to Thomas Moreira for these 4 suggestions. Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and I'm back with another preview and prediction video. Today, I'll be doing the Maryland Terrapins. Last season, Maryland went 7-6, 3-6 in the Big Ten. To finish the season, they beat Virginia Tech in a blowout in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl. They had some pretty good wins last season, including a home win against West Virginia, a win against Indiana, win against Rutgers, and a win against Indiana. Maryland, for the past couple of years, has been kind of a bottom dweller in the Big Ten, and that's mostly because of the talent coming in is not near where it needs to be. Now, this year, that could be different. They have some pieces like Tulia Tagovailoa, Dante Demas, and other players like that. I think they're going to be kind of a sneaky team this year. They went 6-6 in the regular season last year, which is kind of a step up of where they've been at. So, let me bring out my notes and see what I've put for them. Mike Locksley, their head coach, is in his 4th season, so he should kind of have a handle of how Maryland is going to be. Now, over the past 5 years in recruiting, they've been 25th in college football. Good for 5th in the Big Ten. That's pretty impressive for Maryland standards. The offense should be about as good, if not better, than last year. The defense, if it doesn't get any better, that's not going to be a good thing. They're going to be a sneaky team this year, like I've said. They didn't get any notable transfers that I could tell. They still have Marcus Fleming, who I believe transferred last year before last, from Nebraska. He's going to be a good wide receiver addition. No, nothing really stands out. They have kind of a veteran offensive line, which that's a good thing for them. Their defense, they have another year under their belt, so that's a good thing for them to kind of be ready for things that they saw last year. They don't have to. One good thing is they don't have to play players like Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, or players like that this year, or even a Kenneth Walker. So, let's see how I think they're going to do this year. Week 1, they play Buffalo at home. So, this is going to be a win. They have 3 games, really 2 that's going to be kind of whatever games to get the offense and defense rolling. Week 1 against Buffalo, and then they go on the road to Charlotte to play the 49ers. This is unusual for a Power 5 team to go on the road and a Group of 5 team, but we have a lot of those scheduled this season. So, yeah, they're going to get a win here. They're 2-0 before they play SMU at home. SMU is going to be a scary team. They play good offensive type of football. I believe they retained Tanner Mordecai. So they're going to be a dangerous team, but I think Maryland gets the win and starts the season 3-0. Then they go on the road to Michigan for their Big Ten opener. I think they dropped this one. Michigan just too much. Michigan is a lot more experienced, a lot better players, a lot more skilled than you. And I think, and since you're playing in Ann Arbor, I believe that you drop this one to drop to 3-1. Then you come back home to play Michigan State. I have you winning this game. I think at this point in the season, you will have a better offense than Michigan State and be able to, if it comes to a shootout, be able to beat Michigan State in a shootout, especially if their secondary is as bad as it was last year, if not worse. I think you'll be able to pick them off and get to 4-1. Then you play Purdue at home. And I think you get the win. Purdue, the thing with Purdue, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be 2 good offenses going against each other. Purdue, when they have expectations, they play horrible, but when nobody expects them to win, they play great. And I think Maryland is going to work off that and get a win here. So you're 5-1 going on the road to Indiana. Indiana still has a lot of work to do. They're on the rise. However, I think Maryland will be enough to pick them off. So 6-1. Then you come back home to play Northwestern. And I think you get a win. Northwestern, they still don't. The thing with Pat Fitzgerald, coach Northwestern teams, whenever they have a veteran team, they usually do great and even make the Big Ten title. However, I don't think that's going to be this year, so I think Maryland will be able to win this game pretty good to go to 7-1 before their bye week. You're going to be in the national spotlight. The thing with this schedule compared to last year's schedule is it's a lot. It's not as difficult as last year's schedule was. Instead of it looks like instead of Iowa and Minnesota, you get teams like Northwestern. And what I'm about to touch on with Wisconsin. Now, you do pick up Purdue, but I do think you get that win. Now, the game at Wisconsin. This is going to be a difficult game. Wisconsin, great defense. And I think that defense, Maryland this year is going to be similar to Louisville. Louisville, they have a great quarterback in Malik Cunningham. You have a great quarterback with Tulia Tagovailoa, both game changers. Your team around you is not the best. The one thing with Maryland has is Dante Demas. He's a great wide receiver. And Fleming, another good wide receiver. Going against Wisconsin in Camp Randall, ruckus environment, I think you drop this one on the road in one of the hardest stadiums to play at. Then you go on the road again across the Big Ten to Penn State. I think you drop this one as well. Penn State going to be a lot better than they were last year, especially if the injury bug doesn't hit them as bad as it did last year. So I think you drop to 7-2 or 7-3. Then you come back home to play Ohio State, and it doesn't get any easier. Ohio State is going to be as good as they were last year, if not better. And I think you lose this one as well. Now you're 7-4, staying home to play Rutgers. I do think you finished the last game of the season with a win. It may be a close one just because Rutgers is another team that does not slouch at an opportunity to beat a team. So you'll finish the season on a high note with one of your best records in a while, finishing at 8-4 and making a pretty high bowl game. So there you go, Maryland. The Maryland Terrapins go 8-4 in 2022. Not bad. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I've mentioned in so many of these preview predictions, I have playlists all over. I have multiple playlists on my channel about these preview predictions. I've even split them up by conference. So, if you would like to check others out, they're on my channel under playlist. And the main one is 2022 preview predictions. If you would like me to do a specific team from either the Big 12 or Pac-12, let me know down in the comments. And as always, have a great day and go Dogs.